Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. It is so frigid outside, and it's going to be for the next 10 days anyway. I stayed in and went on did 30 miles on the stationary bike. It's not my favorite mode of exercise, but you do what you got to do. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail and you saw the picture. Not a mark anywhere. Okay. Now, there's things we can take from that, and there's things you got to just ignore. Okay? And everybody's different. Everybody cuts different. Everybody heals differently. Everybody scars differently. The whole 9 yards. So there's no blanket protocol for this. But just let me give you my thoughts. First notes of the day. Let's see what we got. Bodes well, campers. I haven't played pick in weeks. G's above double C, and the brutal section of the Brandenburg, not a mark. Not a mark. Now, they are red. That's blood flow. Now, guys, preface, and I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Guys, I am not comparing myself to these guys. And as you're going to see in a minute, I'm not necessarily saying what they subject themselves to, for lack of a better term, is wrong. Okay? The fact of the matter is, even though I play quite a bit every day, it's on my own terms. Guys, if that high G didn't come out the way I wanted to, there's no way I would have picked up the piccolo and done the Brandenburg. Right? See, it's free as a bird. But marks on the lips. Now, Maynard talked about it incessantly, and he just laughed at it. There was a thing Nick wouldn't mind me talking when Nick was on the band, where he cut his lip, and stories about crazy glue and all this sort of stuff, and Maynard just laughed at it. It's like, don't come to me with your problems. Nick was all set to go, look, man, if you want to send me home, send me home. Maynard just laughed at it. He said, tell Stan, let him cover the da 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 da. Hey Jude. Let him cover the high notes for you. Stay out of Dodge, and it'll come back. He didn't think anything of it. It was just a way of life. Okay? And I have pictures up there, Louis Armstrong, God bless him. Maynard, God bless him. I mean, we talked about the Shanker type of thing on Bodie's lips, right? Bill Chase. We can go on and on and on. And again, I really and truly believe most of those things come for over practice, over playing, overuse, which I don't do anymore. Okay? If I was playing 8 shows a week like Perico and these other guys just grinding it out, maybe I would have jobs. Now, when I saw Perico in person, not a mark anywhere. After the Rat Pack show with Tom DeLibra and Tom Perello, we came out and we talked for about 20 minutes after, and not a mark anywhere. And that's a tough show. High A's and the whole 9 yards. And that's probably not the only thing they played that day. So again, Now, here's the piece de resistance, when I'm saying don't worry about it. Okay? Here's the thing. The great, and I mean great, John Ware, who I studied with, one of the greatest orchestral trumpet players that ever lived, assistant principal to Vacchiano for years and years, I don't know how many. And after Vacchiano retired, he was the associate principal for years with Gerard Schwartz. And he was so much better than Gerard Schwartz. It wasn't even close. Okay? But anyway, this guy had great chops. Jerry loved his chops. 5C mouthpiece, the only mouthpiece he's ever played in his whole life. And F's as big as a house. As big as a house. He played them for me. He says, I can play a G, but I don't want to. He says, I don't want to strain it. He knew his happy zone. He innately knew his happy zone. Okay? But here's the deal. Just walking around, you wouldn't see anything on his lips. Okay? But I'm telling you, we tuned up once. We were going to play a duet. We tuned up once, and he just picked up the horn, played a middle C on a C trumpet, and there was a ring on his lip. A middle C. And this guy's playing monster, right? I didn't say anything about it. But the thing about it is, he played with a dry embouchure. And a little bit, as do I, a little bit, when a dry embouchure, the mouthpiece has a tendency to literally get stuck to the lip. Okay? And just a little bit of turning can scar the lip. Cut into it a little bit. Okay? But a half an hour later, you wouldn't see it anymore. Who else? Warren Vacher. I used to sit on his lessons with Jerry a couple times. The great jazz cornetist. His lips would look purple. Literally purple. His version of mine getting red. Okay? But that's blood flow. He was not hurting his lips, and he's not a screamer. So he was not hurting his lips one bit. Billy Butterfield. Jerry went up and talked to him in a club. Not a mark on his lip anywhere as he's... Yeah, you know what I mean. Guys, so it doesn't have to mean anything. The only thing that I would be concerned about is if they hurt. If they hurt to the touch, guys, you're doing something wrong. Listen, pain, and I tell this to my athletes all the time, no pain, no gain is the dumbest thing that anybody has ever said since fourscore. I mean, just moronic. Pain, take this to the bank. Pain is the body's way of telling you you're doing something wrong. And if it hurts to play the trumpet, don't play. That's the only thing I would say. Oh, geez, I got this thing. It's been, I've been having it for 40 years and all this sort of stuff, and I'm trying to get rid of it. It may not heal, guys. It doesn't heal. The scars may not go away. Scars may not go away. Okay? They will probably fade if you did no more trumpet playing. But again, if you're playing fine and it doesn't hurt, don't worry about the scarring. Okay? This is a very, very crazy business we are in, guys. And it's the life we chose. To quote Tony Soprano. That is one of my favorite quotes ever. The crew, if you ever watch Sopranos, it's about mafia in Jersey and everything. But the crew just got through hacking up one of their buddies, with a chainsaw and everything, and putting his head and putting his arms in garbage bags and throwing it out in the ocean, whatever. And they got all done, and they just looked at each other and go, it's the life we chose. And I love that. My chops are killing me today. Oh, geez. Guys, it's the life we chose. Anyway, guys, unless they hurt, don't sweat it. In a perfect world, will we not have them? Yes. But it's the life we chose. All right? All right, guys. We'll talk again tomorrow. Oh, by the way, next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I've got plenty of time to remind you. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm going to be in Maine visiting my mother. So, nothing. I always say I'll try to get something done in the hotel, and I never do. So, I'm not even going to say it this time. All right, guys. Love you all. I'll remind you.